Other interesting cultural news, you have retail theft to hit $100 billion this year in the United States, which is ridiculous beyond all belief. Now, this number is according to the National Retail Federation. And in terms of anecdotal evidence, specifically, we talked about this a little bit earlier, or a couple episodes ago, the CEO of Nordstrom, which in August lost $300,000 in merchandise during a quote-unquote flash mob in, of course, Los Angeles. They said that it, quote, historical highs that flash mob had 20 thieves in hoodies and masks, unquote. Now, of course, like, you just know they have no self-respect because they're wearing hoodies and they don't suit up, as all men should. Now, it looks like this also comes after the news earlier, or last week, where Nike actually closed their popular flagship stores in Portland, Oregon. So, can't help but see a correlation where the cities that allow theft and encourage theft with the policies they choose and vote for, those are the cities having the worst theft imaginable. Coincidence? No, absolutely not. Of course not. But this goes to the culture of the United States, which, again, it's not good news. It just appears to be the culture decaying more and more as more and more people not only abdicate from responsibility, but become useless thieves. Literally, what's the next way? The tumors of society? The bloodsuckers of society? I can't think of a pejorative metaphor apt enough for the people who would rather steal than make an honest living. And it's hilarious when people say, oh, they're just hungry. They're stealing clothing from Nordstrom. And when they had all these thefts at CVS, they're stealing alcohol. They're stealing premium coffee. They're stealing a mere makeup. Those are some of the top categories of products being stolen. I have yet to see someone steal a book, work boots, or a loaf of bread. Or a suit, now that I think about it. Coincidence? No, I don't think so. Because words are hard to describe how far the United States has once fallen. Retail used to be a thing. And you look at old pictures from the golden era of the United States, men would suit up to go shopping at the grocery store. Their family would be dressed up as if they were going to church. Another rare thing in United States society, I can't help but think there's probably a correlation where there's less and less and less people going to church and believing in religion, and there's an exponential increase in moral depravity, societal breakdown, cultural demise, theft increasing exponentially. Now, will the stores do anything about it? That's what I want to know. When will they reach a breaking point when they wake the hell up? When will people vote differently? Look at El Salvador. They saw their crime like that. They built jails. They arrested gang members. And crazy enough, there are people who moved from El Salvador to the United States. They look around here. Then they see how their country got fixed back home. They're moving back. Which goes to show you how far the United States has fallen. And again, I can't help but think there are a few ways to fix this situation. And there are a few people to blame. Partially, you have to blame the insurance companies. Now, the insurance companies, they increase the rates of these stores sometimes if they intervene with theft, because there's inherently more risk. The employee might fall, get hurt. They might fall when they're tackling them, get hurt. The perpetrator might actually attack them using lethal force. Those are all more risk than just letting them go. But just letting them go, I would argue, is not just morally vacuous and disgusting, but is causing more of the same problem. So one, talk to the insurance companies, tell them, here's the long-term cost of what you're doing to us. Here's what you're doing to our country from a societal and a cultural perspective. So that's one thing you have to fix. Two, the stores, two, you need to have a cultural awakening. People need to vote for district attorneys to actually do their damn job, which is a rare thing in and of itself these days, where they usually let people off the hook, partially because the people are voting for it. Look in California, they took the crime. If you stole something that was $950 in California, they used to be a felony and you would be prosecuted appropriately. Well, actually, I would say not harsh enough. So, in my opinion, not appropriately enough or not harsh enough. They actually changed it from a felony to a misdemeanor. They voted for it. They're getting what they want. Now, since it's a misdemeanor, it's already lower down the totem pole in terms of crimes. District attorneys will kick it down because they're always negotiating. And you also have the district attorneys who, they just don't prosecute. They just let them go. Which, again, from a cultural perspective and a societal perspective, that's made the problem exponentially worse. So you need to vote them out and find people who actually do their job. Third, you need the stores to not just have theft prevention, but they need to prosecute them. The store should have a big sign saying, if you steal, we'll sue you for every penny you have. If you're caught and you're proven in court, we're taking you to the bank. Now, a final thing that I think would fix two problems at once. One, there are always veterans who could use some jobs in the United States. So there's a little bit of an unemployment issue right there. I know a great way to solve it. There are a few things more effective than a Marine with a rifle. Put that in front of the store. Let them know not only if you're going to steal from us, if you're a morally vacuous, evil person, we will stop you without hesitation. Those four things, I think, will not just turn around fiscally for the United States in terms of the bleeding of this $100 billion loss, but I think it will improve the culture because something has to change. This problem is getting worse and worse and worse. Let me know in the comments if you have other ideals or ideas that are more effective that we might be able to propose to some of our friends and family, that we might be able to advocate for to get this message across that this problem is getting worse and there needs to be some type of change. Because all I know is that the definition of an insanity is doing the same thing again and again and again and expecting a different result. And right now, that's what we're doing. And it's getting worse and worse and worse and is just continuing to the demise and the cultural decay of the United States. But that's just my 3 cents. It used to be 2 cents, but 40-year hyperinflation, gotta be 3 cents. It should be 4, but I'm a generous man. It should be 4 cents. Though, it's still free to click that subscribe button. Thank you everyone so much for taking the time to tune in today. Also, I know we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of September, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to take the time to like and comment the video. I really appreciate your feedback, whether you're on the front line of the UAW or in the corporate office at Ford. Your feedback makes the show much more interesting and it's able to make me update the videos with even more data, and it really helps it, I think, make a better experience. And also, the feedback improves the show because thanks to the comments, I realize I need to actually work on my enunciation as well as my articulation and slowing down a little bit when I'm speaking. So together, we're going to make the show together that much better, and I greatly appreciate your participants. Also, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.